Helmut Marko has finally made a clear decision about Red Bull's second seat, and this time, it's not another vague warning or subtle threat. Instead, Marko has come out and confirmed that Yuki Tsunoda will remain at Red Bull for the rest of the 2025 season alongside Max Verstappen. This is a surprising move, especially coming from a team that has built a reputation for constantly rotating drivers and showing little patience for development. It marks a rare moment of stability in a team that usually operates under constant pressure and change. For years, Red Bull has treated their second drivers as temporary solutions, switching them mid-season if they don't meet expectations. Now, with this confirmation, something feels different, and it could mean a shift in how Red Bull approaches their driver lineup moving forward. Red Bull is not known for giving drivers time to grow, from Pierre Gasly to Alexander Albon, and even Sergio Perez. The second seat has always come with extreme pressure. Drivers often get a short time to prove themselves before being replaced, no matter their potential. The system has produced some talent, but it has also burned through many promising drivers. So when Helmut Marko, the man who has always been strict and fast to make changes, comes out and says Yuki Tsunoda is staying, it's not just news. It's a huge statement. It shows a level of trust and patience that Red Bull usually doesn't show. This decision also came at an interesting time. Yuki Tsunoda's full-time promotion was confirmed during his home Grand Prix in Japan. Normally, this would be the perfect setting for a breakthrough weekend. Home fans, home support, and all the attention focused on him. But instead of scoring big points, Yuki finished in 12th place. On paper, this isn't impressive, but Red Bull and Helmut Marko seem to have looked beyond the final position. They focused on the details, especially his pace in practice and qualifying. According to Marko, Yuki was only 2 to 3 tenths of a second behind Max Verstappen. Considering Verstappen is a 4-time world champion and currently the most dominant driver on the grid, this is very close. And it is especially impressive when you remember that Yuki didn't have much time to prepare for this new role. Despite all that, he managed to match Max's pace in several sessions, which is not something many drivers can do. This raises the question, why did Helmut Marko, who is usually quick to drop a driver, decide to stick with Yuki? The answer may lie in something simple but very important: fit. Yuki Tsunoda not only has talent, but he also seems to be very compatible with the team, especially with Max Verstappen. According to Marko, both Max and Yuki prefer similar car setups. This is a big advantage for the team. In Formula One, where every small detail matters, having both drivers comfortable with the same car setup helps the engineers and allows the team to focus on performance instead of making big adjustments for each driver. This kind of harmony is rare, especially in a team like Red Bull that builds its car mostly around Max Verstappen. So when they find a second driver who fits into that system without causing problems, it becomes a valuable asset. This move also shows that Red Bull may finally understand the importance of long-term planning. In the past, they have focused too much on short-term results. If a driver didn't perform well in just a few races, they were quickly replaced. This has hurt the team in some ways, because constant changes don't allow a driver to build confidence or develop within the team. Giving Yuki the rest of the season is a step in the right direction. It allows him to grow, learn, and possibly become the second driver Red Bull has been searching for all these years. The decision to keep Yuki also reveals something about Liam Lawson. He was given 2 races earlier this season in Australia and China, and he struggled. His pace was off and he looked uncomfortable in the car. While it's true that replacing someone like Max Verstappen is nearly impossible, Liam's performance showed a clear gap. In contrast, Yuki came into the car and quickly adapted. Even if he didn't score points in Japan, he was much closer to Max in terms of lap times and overall performance. That difference was noticed by Red Bull, and it played a big role in the final decision. Yuki's advantage isn't just about raw speed, it's about how he works with the team and how easily he fits into the system. His willingness to work with Max's preferred setup means the team can focus on improving the car for both drivers at the same time. That's not something Red Bull has had in a while. Most second drivers come in and ask for changes, new setups, or personal adjustments to suit their style. But not Yuki. He got into the car and said it worked for him. This kind of attitude is rare and very helpful for the engineers who already have enough to deal with during a race weekend. The second seat at Red Bull has always been a tough place. The pressure is massive, the expectations are sky high, and the shadow of Max Verstappen is very long. Many drivers have crumbled under that pressure, but Yuki Tsunoda seems to be handling it well so far. He hasn't complained. He hasn't asked for special treatment. Instead, he's quietly shown that he can be a reliable teammate and a competitive driver. This could change how Red Bull views its second seat in the future. Of course, with Red Bull, nothing is ever certain. Just because Helmut Marko says Yuki will stay for the rest of the season doesn't mean there won't be changes. Red Bull has a history of sudden decisions, but for now this looks like a step toward a more stable and patient approach. If Yuki can continue to perform well and stay close to Max in terms of pace, he might even secure his seat for the 2026 season. And that would be a major change for a team that has rarely shown long-term commitment to anyone not named Max Verstappen. What's even more interesting is the long-term impact this decision could have on Red Bull's future. Eventually, even Max Verstappen will step away from the sport. When that happens, Red Bull will need a strong, reliable driver who understands the team and can lead it forward. Giving someone like Yuki Tsunoda time to grow and develop within the team could be a smart move for that future. It's not just about 2025. It's about building a system that can survive beyond Max's dominance. Another reason Yuki might be the right choice is his mentality. He seems calm, focused, and willing to work hard. That's the kind of personality that fits well in a high-pressure environment like Red Bull. He's not creating drama, and he's not trying to challenge Max in a way that causes tension. Instead, he's playing the long game. If he continues to improve and avoids major mistakes, he could slowly build a strong position within the team. There's also the fan factor. Yuki Tsunoda has a growing fan base, especially in Japan. Keeping him in the car for the rest of the season helps Red Bull's image in Asia and strengthens their global brand. F1 is not just about racing, it's also about business. Having a popular driver who performs well and connects with fans adds value to the team. It's another reason why this decision makes sense from both a racing and a business perspective. But let's not forget how fragile this situation still is. Red Bull has changed drivers mid-season before. They have pulled drivers out after just a few races if things didn't go well. So while this decision is a positive one, it doesn't guarantee anything for the future. Yuki will need to continue performing well and avoid mistakes. Every race will still be a test, and the pressure won't go away. But for now he has been given a real chance, and that is more than many before him have received. It's also worth noting how this affects other drivers in the Red Bull system. Liam Lawson, for example, now has to wait. He will likely be watching every race closely, hoping for another chance. But unless Yuki completely falls apart, it looks like Lawson will have to remain on the sidelines for now. That might not be fair, but it's the reality of Formula One. Teams go with the driver who gives them the best chance right now, and at the moment, that driver appears to be Yuki Tsunoda. In the end, this move by Helmut Marko is surprising, but